Let's look at some different types of views, namely the Oracle metadata or data dictionary views. There are two types of metadata views. The first type are the all user and DBA views, and the second type are the $V views. There are other views at lower levels, but we won't worry about those for the moment. Firstly, the all DBA and user views. The all DBA and user views allow access to all the objects currently existing in the database. That is, tables, indexes, columns in those tables, data types, etc. All views looks at everything across all users. DBA requires DBA privileges and looks at all views and objects in the database that the DBA has access to, generally most of the users. The user views allows access to objects within the current logged on user. Second types of views are $V views. We won't necessarily cover those at this point in time because they are actually performance views and they're for checking the state or the status of the database. They look into the active database. Rather than the fixed static objects, the $V views look at the database whilst it is running. If you want to find all the available views, you can run this query in SQL. Also, all the views are listed on TechNet under List of Books, and the name of the book is called Reference. The purpose of the views: 4 things: interrogation, maintenance, performance, and validation. Interrogation of objects, maintenance of objects, looking at the performance of objects and various other parts of the database, such as the memory and the processors, plus validation. Here are some simple queries. In this case, we would be selecting the table name from either all tables, DBA tables, or user tables. I'm now going to log in as the DBA. And I'm going to look at the DBA tables view. Let's first of all describe the view. What I want to look at is the owner and the table name. I'm going to order it by the owner and the table name. If we scroll up, we will find the concerts user and all the tables in the concerts user. Here is concerts, and here are my concerts tables. Only the DBA can access all users. The $V performance views provide access into the database in a dynamic fashion as it is executing. There are various other views that are not called $V or all DBA or user underbar. Most of these other views are applicable to subjects such as replication and various other specific applications. Let's take a look at all the specific views. User objects allows access to all objects. To access specific objects, we can look at tables, indexes, clusters, etc. I'm now logged in again as my concerts user, and I'm going to look at the user objects view. So let's describe the user objects view. I want to list out the object type and the object name from the user objects view. And here I have all the user objects for my concerts user. I have a number of indexes, I have sequences, and I have tables. These 3 views allow us to look at the columns in tables, indexes, and clusters. These 2 views allow us to look at constraints and constraint columns. These 2 views allow us to look at user-defined types such as nested tables and VArrays. These 3 views allow access to privileges, namely role privileges, system privileges, and table privileges. We will look into privileges at a later stage. Generally, a role is a grouping of privileges. Sysprivilege is a system privilege which allows you to execute a DDL command. In other words, create a table, alter a table. Table privileges are privileges granted on individual tables to either other users or yourself. These four views allow access into PL/SQL objects. To further, metadata views are user users and user errors. The user users view. Currently, I'm not sure who I'm logged in as, so I can type select username from user users, and I find I'm logged in as Concerts. On the TechNet website, under list of books, there's a book called Error Messages. There are many error messages potentially produced by the Oracle database in various different tools. This book is very comprehensive and provides detailed descriptions of all error messages.